Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna take a regular drawing and convert it into a digital file so we can screen print it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take a picture from the top view as center as we can so we don't warp the image. And we're gonna take that photograph and put it in Illustrator, and we're gonna manually trace each section of the artwork. It's a lot of work, but that's the proper way of doing it. We're going to take the pen tool, and using that pen tool we're gonna click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, and that's gonna create a path that is essentially your line to create one object. Now it takes a little bit of time to learn how to use this particular pen, but if you're going to do any type of logo, any type of graphic design work, you always want to be using Illustrator, and that pen is your friend for life. Okay, let's put that picture in there. I just dragged it and dropped it. I want to rotate it and get it kind of centered, and you know, prep it for us to be able to trace it. So I want to put it on a lower layer, if you will, and then on top of that I'm going to put another layer, which is the layer that we're going to work on to place the actual art that we're going to trace. Before I start tracing, I just want to make sure that the actual logo is aligned and horizontal, that there's no funny stuff. If you see it that the photograph is skewed, you want to fix that before you do anything. This way the end result is, you know, perfect, as perfect as you can get it. Otherwise, if it's skewed, your end result is going to be skewed. I set the lower layer, which contains the photograph, I double click on it and set it as a template, and it'll lock it, and also it'll convert it to like a 50% opacity. This way when I paint on top of it or draw on top of it, you can still see the image below. Okay, now all we have to do is trace it. Now you can create a whole bunch of little dots, one after the other one, bam bam bam, but your image is not going to be nice and smooth. You're going to have all these choppy little lines. So what you want to do is take one point, click it, select another area, click it, and before you let go you want to pull on the mouse, and that'll create this curve on that line, so you get this nice little curve. And you want to kind of think about it before you place the next anchor point, that's what it's called, to be able to continue tracing that object. And right now I'm going to work on the background. So essentially that white area that you see on there, you have this gray design on the back, then you have a little outline of white, and then you have the actual text in black. That white area is what we're actually going to print on the shirts. So everything else is going to be either the color of the shirt, or for example, in order for us to start it from the outside paper to that first gray area, we're going to put a line there and make that outline, well, essentially white. And you'll see once we get to it, but right now we want to focus on the white area. That's going to be the area that we want to take and utilize for the print. It's a lot of work to take something that you've drawn and convert it into a digital file, because you have to take many objects and use them to cut other objects, or vice versa. You got to take many objects and combine them to create another object. So that process is consistent on this particular project and on the majority of the projects that you'll do in Illustrator. You take, you know, different objects, combine them or separate them, or use them as a cookie cutter and cut things out. So that's what we're going to be doing on this particular project. As you can see here, I've already retraced the objects in orange, and I'm gonna utilize those objects to cookie cut what I've already created from before, which is the background, the black area. So that whole process, you gotta use that to be able to knock out the white spaces in between each letter. Now the next step is to actually knock out the inside letters from the background again. So that's another process in itself. So I went ahead and did that, and we're almost to the end. Okay, for the most part, the main text is already done. So I'm gonna come back here and just do the outline to retrace the gray area so we don't lose that shape or that portion of the artwork. It's just gonna be a simple line all the way around, and then once I create that line, I'm gonna expand it so it creates, or it turns into an actual object. It's no longer a line, and this way you can fill it, you can put gradients on it and stuff like that. Now let's create the design in the back, that circle or those sun rays. I'm just going to create one ray and then multiply it. This way everything comes out nice and neat. Then I'm going to create a circle, use that as a cookie cut, and then get rid of the outside. This way everything looks nice and perfect. Hold down Control Y, the letter Y, and it'll give you just a framework of all the objects in your design. This way it's a little bit easier to see where you're clicking, because when you get a lot of complex stuff here, then you tend to lose your spot. So Control Y lets you view only the paths. So it's a better way to do small detail work. And we're almost to the end. If you need any type of design work, or if you're thinking about creating your own brand t-shirt, some of this stuff you may need to know if you're hiring someone else that's doing your design. This way you're kind of familiarized with the type of work that they're going to be doing. If you need help creating your own brand, you can always contact me direct, and I can help you either designing something, or if you already have something in mind, we can just kind of lay it out and put it together for you. So let me know, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. Let me know what you guys think of the information I'm giving out. If you need more information, let me know. This way I can continue making more videos. If you're getting confused, one way to really help you out is to colorize different objects in the artwork. This way you can kind of see where things are falling. Also, if you want to, like, for example, combine certain objects together, color all of those objects the same color, and you can select by color only. This way you're not clicking all the time, and you can just, you know, tell the computer to select only the green areas, and it'll do that for you. So it's a little bit quicker for you to complete your artwork. And here's the final design. We finished everything, sent it to print, there was film created, and the shirts were printed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be glad to help you out in any projects that you got going on. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you liked it, and well, I'll see you soon. Take it easy for now. Bye bye.